Hi, this is Smriti from Simply Crafted for Handmade today. And today we will be creating some beautiful wall decorations. These are 3 canvases which I have used and I have done foiling on them. And come, let me tell you how did we go about doing it and what are the materials needed. So to start with, you need either any canvas, or I basically used an old photo frame which I had and I filled it up in between with some cardboard and stuck a 300 GSM thick paper on top of it and created my base. After that, I applied gesso onto it. For colors, I used cheeky coral, aquamarine, and then French rose mixed with snow white. These are all chalky paints. Further, for the stencils, I used 3 stencils: long walks, home is where the heart is, kitchen dinner choices. These are all 6x6 stencils and I used these to foil. To do foiling, I used foil magic with these stencils, and later then I used reactive foils, rose gold, silver and yellow gold. So these are the products that I have used to create all these wall decor beautiful frames. Come, let's learn how we did it. Okay, join me. So to make this project, you can use any leftover canvas or any photo frames that you have at home. I had some photo frames lying around which I was not using. What I did was I just used some sandpaper, sanded it down, and then in between the hollow that we have where we actually place our pictures, I just filled it up with some leftover cardboard pieces that I had. And then with the help of Mod Podge, I stuck it, and then I stuck a 300 GSM paper on top of it and basically created a canvas at home. Once it was dried completely, then I applied white gesso over it at least 2 times. Likewise, I created 3 canvases at home and then went on to doing the next step. Once this was ready, then I took out my 3 favorite colors from Craftangles chalky paint and mixed it with some white chalky paint from Craftangles, and I basically created 3 bases. One was aqua green, the other was French rose, and the third was cheeky coral, mixed with snow white of Craftangles. So now my canvases are all dry. Now it is time for me to do some stenciling work using some foil magic. Why? Because we will be using reactive foils on top of it. So Using these stencils, I basically first applied on the first canvas. I stuck the stencil with masking tape and I used foil magic and I applied foil magic all through the stencil. I repeated the same process for the second canvas as well. And let me tell you, I was having a blast. You know why? Because the stencils were of very good quality. The stencils are very nice and they really have a good grip. So when you work with them, you will actually enjoy working with them. For the third canvas, I used Cadence stencil spray. Basically the Cadence stencil spray, which is one of my favorites again because it makes sure that my stencil stays in place. And especially when I'm doing alphabets, I actually like to use that. Again, using foil magic, I stenciled this canvas as well. Now it was time for me to do foiling. So I did the same process on all the three canvases. Basically, I cut a good amount of foil which will cover the exact amount of stencil work that I have done. And then I pressed it on top of the foil magic. Now the thing to remember over here is that your foil magic should be completely transparent and completely dry. Only then will this work really well. And start burnishing your foil magic with your hands really well, with your fingers. Keep burnishing over and over again. And the trick that I've understood with foiling is that if you do not have a laminator and if you are pressing it only with your fingers, once you think that it is done, just repeat the process for 5 more minutes. Yes, these 5 more minutes will actually give you very good results. It is basically the heat from your palm or your fingertips while you are burnishing the foil on top of the foil magic that actually helps the foil to transfer onto the foil magic. And that is, you are doing this because you do not have a laminator. Like I do not have a laminator, and for Decoupage products also you cannot use a laminator. So that is where this tip will really help you. Just burnish, 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 and then burnish, 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 and then burnish, burnish, burnish. Alright, so I hope you had fun and I hope you enjoyed yourself, and do try this project, and I really hope that you really learned something out of this because I had a blast using these reactive foils and the foil magic. So I hope you do also. So have fun, stay tuned, bye bye, see ya.